Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the channel I try to keep crypto simple. When we look at the price in the context of volume and try and find the outliers, the alpha inside of the market. So if you're new here, I want to invite you to subscribe below. Today's video, I want to talk about Olympus DAO forks. There's kind of a little bit of a bubble that's kind of brewing. It's not mainstream yet. I still think that there's plenty of time to be making some money and making some profits. There's also some new features that are being launched on the Olympus Protocol, so I want to go ahead and take a look at that, and we'll just keep it short and sweet, talk about some Olympus DAO forks, and go from there. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Olympus and the new OlyZaps feature that has been added to the dashboard here. So Olympus DAO is honestly one of the most innovative projects in crypto right now. If you're not familiar with Olympus DAO or what it means for a protocol to own its own liquidity, go ahead and check this private group discussion that we had a few weeks ago in regards to Olympus DAO. You get a sneak peek into the private group and some of the deep dive research that we do in the Crypto Jungle. So yeah, I want to talk about OlyZaps, Olympus Zaps. This is saving users gas fees, because as it was before, you needed to purchase OHM, and you would purchase it on SushiSwap or Uniswap, and then you would come over to Olympus and you would stake it. So you would pay for the Ethereum transaction for the purchase, and then you would pay for the Ethereum transaction for the stake. With OlyZaps, you can actually take any asset and you can zap it right into the staked form. So you only have one transaction, you're saving on gas, and it's allowing you to just, get rid of some of your shit coins. So if you have some wallet maintenance that you need to do, some cleaning up of older projects, you can actually zap any of those lost and forgotten coins and just stick them right into staked OHM. Now, this is all fine and dandy. This is cool. But what this kind of leads to, or where this can be developed into, is actually zapping liquidity straight into the treasury. One of the most profound things of importance in this Olympus ecosystem is the protocol owned liquidity and the treasury, the amount of assets and coins, piles of coins is liquidity for those who don't know that term, inside of the treasury. So right now we have the bonding feature, which means if you are a liquidity provider, let's say you are providing liquidity on the OHM/Ethereum pair, you can go to Uniswap or SushiSwap and provide liquidity there. You can then take the LP, the liquidity provider tokens, and you can bond them into the treasury in order to get a discount. There are a few single stake options right here. This is always changing, by the way. The Olympus treasury is always, in demand of different assets and different liquidity pools. But what OlyZaps has the potential to do is actually save gas on getting those LP tokens into the treasury. So what that means is it's no longer it's no longer a burden for somebody to go and create an LP token to provide to the treasury. You can just swap ETH, whatever LP token you want. Go, like if it's the ETH OHM pair, you just take your ETH, boom, it gets an LP token, and boom, zaps it right into the treasury. Now, at this point, this is just my speculation. I'm starting to see how, these projects like Olympus are really kind of developing into kind of a catch-all application, a very robust and diverse application. Where you can do many things. This is, as we develop more and more, there's going to be more that this treasury can actually do. As the treasury grows, it can be a DEX, it can be a one-to-one stablecoin swap, it can be a loaning and borrowing platform, it can be a one-stop shop for DeFi. So that's kind of the vision that I see. taking place with Olympus, and I'm really excited with this new feature, OlyZaps, however you want to say it, because it's really kind of just streamlining the process, not only to be a staker, but I speculate a way to inject a ton of capital into the treasury very, very easily. So that's quite exciting. All right, so now let's talk about forks. There are countless Olympus forks. You know, anytime there's a really good idea in this crazy world of crypto, it gets copied and copied and copied and copied. And that's one of the characteristics of, you know, existing on a permissionless blockchain. No developer ever needs to ask permission to copy a good idea. So you get a lot of these carbon copies, like even down to the website. Everything is the same, the dashboard's the same, you know, it's just copy and paste code. But one that is kind of gaining in popularity and getting a little bit of hype is Jade Protocol. So Jade Protocol, as you can see right here, the annual percentage yield is not in the thousands, it's not in the millions, it's in the billions. So currently, at the time of recording this video, it's 2.8 billion% APY. Now, that is kind of a misleading percentage with not only Jade Protocol, which is absolutely ludicrous. I mean, almost 3 billion% APY. It's silly. But even Olympus at 7,000%. A lot of people think, oh wow, I get this incredible yield on my investment. No, you don't. You get an incredible yield on your token holdings. And there's a very big difference. This number right here is the inflation rate of the protocol. This is the rate at which the token supply is expanding. So if nobody bought and nobody sold, your value of your tokens would go down 1.5% every 8 hours at the current rate. So yes, it's exciting. Yes, it's a fun little, it's a meme, basically, the rewards that you're getting here on Jade Protocol. But yeah, it's also the selling pressure. It's the inflation rate. And that seems to fall short. You know, a lot of people just don't really seem to care. All of the protocols, all the Olympus forks, the higher the APY, the more interest there seems to be in that protocol. But anyways, given that this is in the billions, I see this one kind of gaining in popularity. Not only that, we can go ahead and take a look at the chart of Jade. And the chart is looking pretty good. Let's actually just make this full screen. So we had a very messy launch, as a lot of these do, and then we had a downtrend, and now we're in a very healthy and steady uptrend. Now, me personally, there is a countdown on this protocol. Where is the countdown? Let's go to the dashboard here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There's a countdown. Let the games begin. Now, they're being quite vague. There is going to be an airdrop. There is going to be, you know, something is happening when this 14 days and 18 hours is up. But I don't know what it is, and I don't really want to find out. So me personally, I'll be out of the trade by that point. I'm not saying that they're doing anything shady. They're just not telling me what they're doing, and I don't like to take chances with my money. It could end up being a really bad decision to pull before, but you know, it's up to you. I've seen a lot of these projects kind of do lean more on the hype than they do on the actual realization of any sort of gain or anything like that. I am also kind of notoriously bad for never being at the receiving end of an airdrop, and maybe it's just because I'm a little too timid with this sort of stuff. Long story short, I'm going to be pulling my investment before that timer is done. But from a technical standpoint, we just keep on taking over these resistance points. So we blew past, well, we didn't blow past, but we got above and held support above. Now we're kind of accelerating in trajectory here. We went from about $400. We're almost at $600 right now. We overtake a pretty substantial support / resistance flip, and there's not a lot of resistance above this area. You can see back here, this was, you know, there's no structure that was really built. I would anticipate that if you could get a move basically above this line right here at around we'll call it 625. A good move above 625 will probably result in a pretty fast move. Again, you know, nothing here is financial advice. I can't predict the future. I can just look at the probabilities and the possibilities, and there's an increasing probability that we get a larger extension. There seems to be a coiling of the price, some energy building up here. We're seeing the volume begin to come in, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this start to overtake some of these benchmarks. You know, anything past 625, 630 could result in moves that go as high as close to $1,000. So, you know, again, do your own research. This is very highly risky stuff that we are talking about today. This is not my normal MO. But there's a lot of hype out there. There's a lot of interest for Olympus forks. And I don't think that there's any harm in farming some of this, farming some of these tokens in the short term. But ultimately, you know, you can copy and paste code, but you cannot copy and paste talent. Olympus is the one that has the brightest future. Everybody else is just kind of running a money grab or a little bit of a, not a Ponzi scheme, but they don't have the same vision as Olympus. And Olympus is really kind of, they've got the best team, they've got the best developers. They are one of the most active DAOs that I've ever been a part of or been associated with. And that's just because I'm a token holder. They're not paying me to say this. And Olympus is the one. Olympus is the one. You know, they're the innovators. They're the true movers and shakers here. A lot of people ask me what my thoughts are on Time Wonderland. They ask me what my thoughts are on Hector DAO. They're all just copycats. They're copycats. You know, you're going to get much less APY. Of course, you know, we're at 6,900 APY. That's still crazy. And again, going back to what I said earlier on Jade Protocol, this is the inflation rate. Okay, so this model is proving to work. This protocol owned liquidity, this DeFi 2.0, it's proving to work thus far. Once these applications begin to build and all of these money Legos come together and we can get some really robust products out there, I anticipate the value of Olympus going up as well. Can I say the same for the other ones? Well, you know, only time will tell. But that is all the time I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave a comment below. Let me know any of the projects that you think I should take a closer look at. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.